One take. One take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Laker. This is NBA One Take for your head. NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live, Brooklyn, New York's NBA One Take. Game 2 of the 2022 NBA Finals is in the books between the Golden State Warriors and the Boston Celtics, with the Celtics up 1-0 in this series. Golden State looking to tie it up, or will Boston take a 2-0 lead? So we see how the game was looking in the first quarter. I'm seeing Boston is looking to really take control of this league. You got Jason Tatum. You know, he played well. He had a good night. But the Warriors kept fighting in that first quarter. And it was moving around defensively, and it kind of set precedent that they wasn't going to go down 0-2. Now, you know, like I said, I don't go by what the referees are doing, even though it is something. But I see it. But I make no complaints. I never complain about what refs are doing or whatever. As it happens, it's basketball, man. You try to split between two guys, which you shouldn't have. They put their hands in there. One ref don't see it, one ref do. It's not his call. And you lose it and gets upset. Put your hands up. Don't split between two defenders. That's the price. Remember, they always said that. You try to split between two guys, the price is a turnover. The heavy price is a turnover, and a score on the other end. And since you're going to be upset that you got fouled, it's always like that. It's always like that. But Steph Curry finished with 29 points. Klay Thompson didn't have a good night. Draymond Green, he's out there playing D. Got some technical, he got some dust-ups. You know, some stuff. Jordan Poole at 17 off the bench. Wiggins playing good defense, wasn't really an offensive factor. But they get the win. And they smashed them in the fourth quarter. Smashed the Celtics in the fourth quarter. Smashed them. And now, the series tied 1-1. Because you didn't get much from the heroes in game 1. Them didn't get anything. Horford had 2. Smart had 2. Dirk White was in double figures, but he didn't do what he did in the game 1. Jaylen Brown had 12. I mean 17. Sorry, yeah, 17. Because really, he also had a good first quarter. But he didn't do anything for the rest of the game. So where are we going with this? Right? Celtics got the split. They're coming back home for a 3-4. For the most part, they're going to need both of these. Yeah. They need to, you need to win. Put the stranglehold on them. You know? Put the stranglehold on them. It's good to see GP2 back there, too, for the Warriors. Because he has some good possessions defensively. You know, he did. So to see him slide into the lineup and do some things for them, it's key. So the Celtics, I'm saying, have to win both of these at home. You want to put the stranglehold on the Warriors. You want to put a stranglehold on the series. Not splitting, but stranglehold. So, this is going to be key. This is going to be real key, these next two games. Let's see how game 3. People really don't talk about how important game 3s are. It is. It is. It's really important. It's a really important game. Now, let me get to NBA news, and this is big. Quin Snyder of the Utah Jazz, the head coach, he stepped down after 8 years. 8 seasons with them. He went to the playoffs with them, I think, the past 6-7 seasons? I think, 6-7 seasons. And he really built up this team. And his name been around talking about possibly taking over as the first thing was a couple seasons ago was almost taking over for Coach K, which he shot down. His Coach Harry had his successor, John Shire, or leaning towards John Shire, who's going to be taking over Duke next season. Then Quin Snyder name came up when the rumors started to fly that Frank Vogel was being let go. And those rumors and things was shot down by Jazz as well as them. But because they was in the playoffs at the time. But it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And like I said, I always like Quin Snyder. He's a really good coach. And he really, truly built up that Jazz team to a real good contender. You know, you could really say that it was Quin's fault and his substitution patterns and his style of play, because he had to really work with the roster that was given to him, because he has to work with that kind of roster. And certain players, no matter what their liabilities was, in a lot of situations, especially in the playoffs, was exposed. Notably, Gordon Hayward, Donovan Mitchell, and Rudy Gobert. That's under his tenure. And but he stuck with them because all three of those guys was the star players. You know, Gordon Hayward eventually left to go to Boston. And Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert are still there. Never got to a conference finals. Even 2 years ago, having the number 1 seed. This is the number one thing. Mitchell needs to be talked to. Not by Dwayne Wade, not on some friendship, not on some belief in the team crap. You will need to talk to him about what's going on, because he's saying this thing, he posts this is unsettling, or this, he posts emotion. Like, Quin Snyder is the reason why he hasn't possibly gone in, because he loves and respects his coach. I didn't think the Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell thing was a big thing that beat writers and local media members has put out there. Because I knew someone that said something about it, was almost it's almost, I fuck with him because he's on my team, but other than that, it's whatever, you know what I'm saying? That right there, it's like, you got players that's like that, teammates that's like that. If you almost like, fuck this nigga, that's different. That's different. And now they gotta make a choice, because you can't bring in a new coach or interim coach or something like this, because then he's gonna have the lofty expectations as the last coach. And the coach you bring in, he has to speak directly to one of your star players without you speaking to both of them when it comes into training camp. One of them has to go. And the Jazz has some big decisions to make going into the draft, what they're gonna do, because it's gonna take help from possibly 2 other teams to facilitate a deal. This is big. This is really big. This is really big. I knew about the rumors about him possibly stepping down because he wasn't, but this is big now because it happened. But this NBA One Takes Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.